Hello, Quipsters! Welcome! Quipster Puck here with another terrifying tale. You know, there are very few safe places on this green earth, but I always consider the restroom to be one of them. I mean, seriously, who's gonna mess with you when you're sitting down taking care of business? It's just disgusting! Well, tonight's story is about a young man who just can't seem to get any peace when he's in the restroom. Let's see how it went.
I've lived in my apartment by myself for a little under a year now. Admittedly, it is very small. The kitchen and the bed are an arm's reach from each other, and there's only one small window with which to see the outside world. Fortunately, as it's an old converted Victorian building, the ceilings are very high, so it's not like I generally feel claustrophobic in here. In truth, I very much enjoyed my time living here, but there's a feeling I can't shake, no matter how much I try to rationalize what has happened to me. First, though, there's some details you need to be aware of. I was very lucky to get this apartment in the first place. University term was only around 3 weeks away when I was made aware of it being available. I was told by the letting agency that the previous resident had elected to move out after only spending a week or so here. At the time, I didn't stop to ask why she had left. My focus was purely on trying my gosh darn hardest to secure it for myself. Looking back, this should have been the first suggestion to me that things may not be as they seem. Secondly, the lights in my apartment, the whole building in fact, are operated by those annoying motion sensors, meaning lights only turn on when you enter the room. These sensors can take around 4 or 5 seconds to turn the lights on. The only light that I can control is the main one directly above my bed. Just down the little hallway in my room is the bathroom. You can't see it from my bed, which I'm very thankful for, but the only light in there is operated by the motion sensor. To my knowledge, and that of my landlord, there is no way to operate this light by any other means. And this is where the problem lies. It turns off if I stay in there too long. At this point, I'm almost certain there's something living in my bathroom. I've never seen it and have no idea what it would even look like if I could. I'm fully aware of how absurd this sounds. I've heard myself saying it enough times to know this, but I don't know who else I could even dream of talking to about this. Hopefully whoever listens to this might be able to give me some insight. The first time I noticed something was wrong was when I was sitting on the toilet in the early hours of the morning. You could say I'm old school, I guess, but I've always brought a book with me for as long as I remember. As I sat there, reading The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the lights turned out. There are no windows in my bathroom, so when the lights go out, the darkness surrounds you in such a way that it feels like you can reach out and touch it. It envelops you. As soon as the black surrounded me, I could feel something moving around the back of my right ankle. I flinched and was horrified to feel it grow stronger. Something was grasping tightly onto me from the dark. Suddenly, I was pulled forwards in one sharp motion onto the bathroom floor as I wildly threw my arms into the air to trigger the motion sensors. The blinding light came on, and I was met with nothing. Just the cold tile floor. and my own disbelief as to what had just happened. A few days later, after getting in from a long day of stats work at the university, I decided to take a shower and wake myself up a bit. As I'm washing my hair under the shower head, the lights went out again, and I could immediately tell that something was wrong. The familiar dripping sound the water made when it hit the floor had changed. It was now directly next to my right ear. Something was standing right next to me. I froze on the spot, suddenly reminded of the incident that took place only a couple days before. I slowly felt several small objects move up the back of my neck and begin to crawl through my hair. They were fingers. I know they were. Long, stick-like fingers grasped the back of my head and slowly moved me to my right, where I was met with a strange, rhythmic sound, getting louder and deeper as it pulled me close to it. It was breathing. At this point, I snapped out of the shock of what was happening and threw the shower door open to be greeted with the light a few seconds later. Wiping away the water from my eyes, I was again met with nothing. Just the sound of the water hitting the shower floor, now returned to normal. The first incident I had dismissed as being tired, overworked, or just my plain old imagination. In truth, I didn't believe this. But I felt I had to rationalize it somehow. The shower incident had been a different matter, though. This was longer and more horrific than the last. And so at this point, I was convinced that something was living in my bathroom. I didn't dare tell anybody about this, though. The thought of even doing so made me feel ashamed of myself. No one would believe me. I would be associated with the nut jobs you see on those shoddy ghost hunter shows, and I would not let myself stoop that low. If this was really happening, it was staying with me, and me alone. Since then, there have been a few similar incidents. I've heard faint scratching noises coming from the other side of the door, as if something is trying to claw its way out. Sounds of footsteps also happen sometimes, usually just before and after I hear the scratching sounds. These noises repeat throughout the night. Opening the door, however, always results in nothing. This lasted for months without any other incident. I put this down to the fact that I've never gone into the bathroom without the very bright flashlight I bought just after the shower incident. And so I haven't been in the bathroom in total darkness since then. It sounds strange, but if it had stayed this way, I probably would never have posted here. 4 days ago, however, something new happened. Due to the noises, I've always made sure to shut the door to my bathroom when I'm not in there. It is especially important to me to check this before I go to bed. 4 days ago, I woke up around 6:30 a.m. and stumbled to the bathroom with my flashlight. The bathroom door was wide open. I immediately checked the front door and noted that it was still locked. If it had gotten out, it hadn't left my apartment. Throughout the day, I checked all around to see if I could find anything. stumbled upon something that made me feel uneasy. Just above the bathroom door is a small hatch in the ceiling. There's another resident living above me, so I don't think it leads to an attic, but instead a crawl space of some sort. Right next to the hatch, I could just make out a set of what looked like fingerprints. As I mentioned earlier, the ceilings are very high, so I have no idea how they got there, and I'm almost certain they were not there before. I've included a link to the picture in this post. Since then, I have heard nothing. Not one single noise coming from the bathroom. This has made me more fearful than the months of scratching sounds that I've had to endure. Where has it gone? I can't be crazy. Symptoms of delusions don't just stop without warning. And so I'm left wondering what I can do. My contract for this place runs out in the next few weeks, and so I don't have to be here much longer. But despite this, I'm in a state of constant fear. If anybody has any idea as to what may have happened, or what I should do, please let me know.
Whew! Man, that gave me the willies. Can you imagine? Just sitting there, minding your own business, taking care of business, and then the lights go out, and you're suddenly flying across the room? I mean, seriously, who does that? My suggestion to you would be just move out of there. I wouldn't even mess with somebody in the bathroom. It's evil. Oh, man. Well, that's all for the night. I hope after listening to that tale that there's not too much of a puddle underneath you. Ta-ta for now.